land lived a man of God, and his name was Dan. Daniel walked with God in one accord. In the morning, at noon, and late at night, old Daniel sought that heavenly light. 3 times every day, take it to the Lord. Now Daniel had a place in the king's command. He was a mighty big wheel all over that land, and a man of God is gonna rub some people wrong. So the friends of the king said,
"What do we do? Somehow we gotta lose that dude."
And they looked for a way they could bring old Daniel down. Then somebody shouted,
"Hey, stay cool now. All we gotta do is make a new rule that nobody prays to nobody but the king. And the man whose knees refuse to bend gets a dinner reservation in the lion's den."
They talked the king into it, and he signed the thing.
Pray, Daniel, pray.
Take it to the one who knows your every need.
Pray, Daniel, pray.
Heaven's windows will open up when you believe. Well, if you want to see the devil run, listen to me. You gotta spend that time down on your knees. You gotta
Pray like you believe, like Daniel prayed.
So they watched for Daniel the very next day, and sure enough, in the usual way, 3 times Daniel went to the Lord in prayer. And the next thing he knew, they were taking him down to talk to the king in the palace uptown, and maybe find a place for him in the lion's lair. They said,
"King, remember the law you made, the one that said for 30 days the people should pray to you and you alone. Well, Daniel served you well, it's true, but he's been praying and not to you. And as a committee of concerned citizens, we thought you should know."
well, the king said,
Dan, what is this job? If you think you're gonna walk out of here alive, then maybe these lines will help you see the light.
but Daniel declared,
"The God that I serve is able to deliver from a hungry herd, and even if he won't, I'll still do what is right."
well, the king was blue, but what could he do? Those foolish laws compelled him to deliver his prophet to the lion's den. So they took him down to grab a bite, and the king got ready for a sleepless night, all because he listened to some wicked men.
Pray, Daniel, pray.
Take it to the one who knows your every need.
Pray, Daniel, pray.
Heaven's windows will open up when you believe. Well, if you want to see the devil run, listen to me. You gotta spend that time down on your knees. You gotta
Pray like you believe, like Daniel prayed.
And from down below came an awful sound. Those hungry lions were pacing around, and right in the middle was Daniel on his knees. Then one of the lions said,
"All right, there's gonna be a prophet on the menu tonight. If you would, please save a drumstick for
"Hey,
me."
I want a drumstick."
Then just as the lions were beginning to fight about who gets dark meat and who gets white, old Daniel's prayer was answered from on high. Because an angel came down to help him out, and with one hand shut those lions' mouths and stayed to see him through as the night passed by. Well, the king had tossed and turned all night, and he ran downstairs at early light, and he called out.
Daniel, has your God let you down?
But Daniel called back,
"Have no fear, God came through and I'm still here. You can thank the Lord, your servant is safe and sound."
well, the king was glad to see his friend, and he knew that God had delivered again, because an angel had kept him safe from the lion's bite. So the king gave praise to Daniel's God, and he had those wicked friends of his brought. You could say the lions feasted royally that night.
Pray, Daniel, pray.
Take it to the one who